What's going on?
I mean, honestly, all I want to do is just tell you, just what happened from my perspective because you know how it is, telephone game, shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
just want to, I just want you to hear from me. That's it.
Let's go through it.
Yeah, especially because ultimately, you're the person who kind of brought me into this from the beginning. So I feel like it's only fair. So starting out, Saturday, as I'm sure you know, there was like a sanitation day from the mayor, right? He maxed out like the materials and shit on the compactors, the recycler. So it was a great day for us to work Sani for the crew, especially because we need this so bad. So we're basically doing crew runs all throughout the day. Unlike the regular runs where we might sell you shit, these are all just going to be crew runs, all donated to the crew, simply for the sake of getting the maximum we can.
Yeah.
And so along with that, we have people on the truck, and then we had a separate car kind of helping doing security. Ilya was there like the whole time helping with that. Clark kind of in and out as he's doing other shit like roof running and races. And
Yeah.
so at some point we do a couple shifts. We have an incident with the ballers. Everything goes good after that. We shut them down. Then eventually, when the last shift happens, I go back to the warehouse. I had to sit out of the end of that because I had to handle some shit at the house and eat. So I go back to the farm because before Luciano had left town, he did give me an order to basically catalog everything, all the materials that we get, make a list with the numbers, give it to him, and then to you guys, so that he knew exactly what we got for the day. So I was trying to do that, put it together. Then, as I am in the farm, I noticed that there was like a fresh farm and there was a bunch of shit to harvest. And Jason was like just starting to do a harvest. So I just offer her if she needed some help, just because it goes quicker, because that shit takes forever, like harvesting all the stuff. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna help her out, especially like these carrots. Just takes a long ass time. Then, as we're kind of like starting to do that, she told me that on the last run, which by the way, she did it with Cloak and Alex. Um, when they deposited the materials, so they were like bringing them into the pile, Clark told her that he was going to just do like a tax for the security.
Yeah.
So she told me that because he didn't tell me, I didn't know. And again, I'm under orders from Lush to catalog everything, right? So I just want the numbers. The mats are going to go to the same place at the end of the day,
Yeah.
but I just want the right numbers to pass over. So I brought that up to her. I was like, wait, he just took those? Like, are we counting that? Like, how are we doing that? She didn't really know. So I just called Clark. So I called Clark. I'm like, yo, Clark, the materials that you took, the 880, whatever, why'd you take those? And like, what's going on with that? And at this point, this is the one part where I could see potentially being, poor on my end if he feels like I spoke to him with an attitude. Because to be fair, I was being direct about it. Like I was just trying to figure out what happened to the math. So I'm just thinking about what Lush told me to catalog it all, right? So we're figuring out like the math stuff. He just told me, yeah, I'm just taxing it because of the security. I'm like, okay, so what do you want me to do as far as like, how do you want me to count this? Because Lush just wants like a total. Do you want me to like keep this out of the total, or like how are we counting this? Then he basically, this is the part that I didn't like. This is the reason why I sent you the text, and I also sent it to Lush and Speedy and Sakura. But I asked him how he wanted us to count it, and he basically just said, take it out of the crew total for today, and I'm gonna take it to claim it as my quota.
Yeah.
Now, in my head, I didn't really care if he was claiming it as a quota because he did help with the security stuff, and Ilya helped, and Ilya's in his crew. So if that's like his sub-crew thing, that makes sense. The only part that I didn't like is the fact that he wanted me to not count it as part of the overall total for the day. Because if I was counting it and then he just said, yeah, we're just gonna claim that as our own, but it's still part of the total, it would have made more sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
get you.
that
Yeah.
was the part. Because it's not like he was stealing, it was all going to the same place, and I never said that. It was more just like, I don't want to omit the information to Lush. Because even if I'm not lying, I'm also not telling him the full story. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep that in mind. And so once I explained that to him, he actually understood that. And funny enough, our conversation ended very cordial. Like it was pretty good. No hard feelings, nobody bitching, nobody mad, because we understood each other. And we agreed, I'm gonna report the numbers to Lush, but that's gonna be, still counted for his quota or whatever. And I was like, okay, like I don't really care as long as I got the number. So then when the phone call is over, I go to continue helping Jason with the farming. He was harvesting like some pumpkins. I start picking some carrots. And at this point, she's just texting. Like she's on her phone. I can just see her. She's texting somebody. I'm assuming by now that it was Clark. But she didn't call anybody. And
Bro, I
within
don't
less than 2 minutes of
care.
me hanging up that call, she basically snucks up behind my back and hits me with a crowbar. Mind you, before she actually hit me, she pulled a crowbar and she was like missing. Like she was like hitting air. And then eventually she just hit me and I ignored it because I didn't think she was actually going to try to hit me. So she knocked me out, took me kind of like right on the coast of the waters near the warehouse, left me there. I don't know for how long. EMS found me, cops found me. And then that was pretty much that. Up until then, I was just chilling, laying low until I could speak to one of you. But it was a Saturday, so I knew it wouldn't be till Monday.
Yep.
And then I think yesterday morning or overnight, I had an incident in Chiliad where I think I fell off the mountain. And that was like a whole separate thing that led me to being in ICU. But that's a separate incident. It actually has nothing to do with this. But that's pretty much the story from my side. With that being said, unless you have any questions, I just want to let you know how I feel about it, straight up.
Yeah. Give me your feelings on this.
Here's my true feeling at the end of the day. First of all, I knew going into this whole Cypress thing, this is business, right? So for me,
Right.
business is business at the end of the day. If Jason feels like she was making a, action based on a captain order, I can't really blame her because, I would have done the same shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
If a captain asked me to. Of course, you already know this. She's one of my best friends.
I do. Yeah.
That is going to affect that, obviously, right? I can't just
Yeah.
ignore that she didn't try to kill my ass,
Yeah.
even though she was ordered. So
Yeah.
in my mind, the biggest L I'm taking out of all this is that I'm losing somebody who is a friend, and not fully, but like the friendship is taking a hit, and I'm accepting that.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I'm sure she accepted as soon as she swung at me, and when we joined, that shit like this could happen. So realistically, I don't have hard feelings in the sense of like she fucked up because she did what she was told. It's more so like a personal thing. We're just not at the same level of friends that we were.
Yeah.
I can get past that. With Clark, I don't even know it from his side fully, to be honest. So I don't even feel too much of a way towards him because me and him already don't like work that much together anyways. We don't really see each other as much. So it's whatever. But that's the main thing for me. It's like, it's kind of a fuck situation. She followed an order. Unfortunately, it's going to affect our friendship. That's a friend level. That's nothing to do with Cypress. As far as the crew goes, listen, this shit happened so quick. I know he didn't consult anybody because you guys weren't around. So it's not like this is to do with you guys or the overall crew. I personally am looking at it as more of them two did something rather than Cypress did something to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't have anything against the crew in this case because realistically, it has nothing to do with you guys. Although, it happened in the warehouse and shit, whatever. But it's really just my friendship with her is going to suffer. Clark, like whatever. And then that's that. It doesn't really change my position. with
Listen,
the crew. I
Santana,
mean,
we
I
can
talked
all
to-
move past this. Okay. Obviously,
100%.
we have no ill will towards you. Shit happened. It is what it fucking is. I'm honestly surprised you still want to be involved, but by all means, the fact that you do, I think, is a good thing. Obviously, we have a great standing relationship. And look, brother, just climb the mountain, brother. Outwork these fucks, out earn these fucks, and rise above these fucks. You know what I mean? That's always been our fucking philosophy here, and it's open to anybody, including you, my man. You keep busting your ass, you never know. You might wake up one day and you're gonna be the one fucking bossing Clark around.
My thing is, to be honest, Like, and I understand that this is not how most people think. I genuinely don't have too much of an interest in vertically climbing. I'm not trying to be a captain. I'm not trying to get a rank.
Yeah.
I just like to work, contribute to the overall greater good, and just do my material shit because that's what I like.
Well, that's
I don't
what
really care
that's what
about
makes you
what my
fit for the
title is.
fucking job, though, brother. You
So
understand?
with that,
Yep.
yeah, the main thing that I just want to establish to you is, as weird as it sounds, I am not like in my head thinking this is anything to do with the crew.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds, it's really more of a Clark Jason thing, and it's mainly just going to affect my friendship on a personal level with her.
Yep.
I'm still working the same way. I fuck with everybody else in the crew like normal. Like I get along great with everybody. There's never been an issue with me there. So
Well,
that's it.
listen, let's keep fucking business moving forward. Let's get past all this fucking petty bullshit that should have never happened in the first place. What happened to you should have never happened. But the fact of the matter is, it was the captain acting on what he believed was his best intentions, and we got to deal with that and move forward. Okay, you still have a place here if you so want to have a place here, and my relationship with you doesn't change, not even one bit. You're
that's
still
what
my
I'm
guy.
saying. Nothing really changes besides just a friendship. But other than that, I'm still doing what I'm doing. Listen, I've been getting these materials for fucking 8 months every week nonstop. So
That's fucking right.
That's not gonna stop.
You're one of the best fucking guys I've fucking met since I've gotten back to this fucking city, brother. Well, when it comes to work and reliability, you're top 3.
So I'll keep doing that. Like I said, it is what it is. It's just a fucked up shit, and that's more for me personally outside of business. So don't worry about me when it comes to that. I'm not a fucking doom spiraler like Donnie or some shit. Like, I'm good. Shit happens. It is what it is.
I mean, a lot did happen to you. You know what I mean? It's if you got to take time and all that kind of shit, it's understandable too, brother. You are a human.
100%. And it does bother me. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I don't give a fuck. Jason was one of my best friends for the longest time, so that does hurt a bit in that sense. I'm just speaking in general as far as like the crew. It is what it is. We just keep it moving. But I didn't want you to think there was like resentment or anything like that on my end, because honestly, there's no reason.
All right, brother. Same goes for me. You know what I mean? I wish I could have got involved and helped prevent this, but unfortunately, shit just happens.
All right, perfect. Then yeah, I'm good.
All right, Santana, you gonna be good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm chilling. Like I said, it is what it is. Yeah.
All right. If you want to ever fucking talk about it, you just give me a call.
You got it.
All right, man.
That's why I wanted to talk to you one-on-one anyways, because like I said, you brought me into this shit, so I figured.
And I prefer you stay in this shit, brother. All right? I prefer you stay in this shit. You can work it out.
Here. I ain't going nowhere.
This shit can be overcome, all right?
Listen, the shit that we said when we did the bot-in, like I'm sticking to that until I'm fucking 10 feet under.
Good.
That ain't changing regardless over some petty shit. So, well, it's more than that, but you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
It's gonna take more.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyways, appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
That's it. I'll drop it off and I'll let you know.
All right, just give me a call.
All right, boss. Take care.
All right, brother. Poor Santana, man. Oh, Clark, you sicko. Clark, you fucking sicko.